Okay, so I've been saying for a long time now that Twitch must be losing money because all of their recent decisions have pointed to them becoming more and more desperate, from forcing ads down everyone's throats to shutting down the entire company's South Korean branch. But finally, and in some aspects sadly, I can officially say that I was correct. This week, Twitch announced layoffs of 35% of their company because they're not profitable, and it doesn't look like even the layoffs are going to be enough to recover from their years of terrible business decisions. But don't take it from me. The Twitch CEO came out and made a bunch of different statements about the current state of Twitch and what changes could be coming soon. So today, let's talk about that. The first big statement made by the Twitch CEO, Clancy, was to just come out and tell people Twitch isn't profitable and imply that the only reason they still exist is Amazon propping them up, something that people have been saying for years now.
That we've implied this before, where we say we need to run it sustainably, but I'll be blunt, we aren't profitable at this point. Amazon has been extremely supportive of Twitch, and a big thing for being sustainable over time is ensuring that we don't lose money. And that's a big part of my job because that's going to be what makes sure we can be here for a long term.
Now, the sad part of that statement is that it means that they had to lay off 35% of their workers. An unprofitable business can't run forever, and I do think that it's pretty clear they've tried to do a lot in order to not have to cut staff. But most of their obvious schemes to increase profit basically backfired and made the community mad. So this is the next step. I didn't think we'd see layoffs in the American branch so soon after Twitch South Korea shut down, but I guess they must really be in a bind and are trying to cut out as much as possible as soon as possible. It's always been known that Amazon must provide some financial help to Twitch, with most people assuming that the vast majority of that comes from reduced hosting costs. But it seems like they may be more involved in the funding than anyone thought. What's interesting about that is that at any point, Amazon can just pull the plug and let Twitch die off. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time a company did that kind of thing to their massive game streaming investment. Anyone remember Microsoft's Mixer? That thing went the way of the dinosaurs so quickly it almost gave me whiplash. Now, the Twitch CEO did address this, since it's obviously a huge concern and one that could drive users to competitors. After all, who would want to build an audience on a doomed platform? But he said that Amazon has no plans to stop helping Twitch.
Gonna just ask, is Twitch currently at risk of getting the axe by Amazon? And the answer is emphatically no, not at all. Amazon is very bullish on Twitch. As I said, they've been investing heavily in Twitch.
Now, that's a good sign that Twitch won't be gone anytime soon. He seems to believe that Amazon is really invested in Twitch, which would be great, but it's also like the most corporate statement he could make, framed in the perfect way to make people feel more comfortable. So it comes down to whether or not you believe Clancy is authentic, or if you think he'd be willing to lie and knows that there's a real possibility of Twitch going away, but that saying it would make it more likely to happen, as streamers would leave. Personally, I think that he's authentic enough of a person that I believe that he believes that Amazon won't cut off the funding, but I don't think that either of us know for sure. Some suit could just make the call on a whim someday. It's a precarious situation when you look at it from the outside. And to be honest, he went on to say something that doesn't make me feel great about Amazon's future plans for Twitch. He was asked if Twitch Prime and the free subscriptions that come with it will be going away, and he gave a very non-committal answer.
Prime is a critical program for many streamers. We've already been looking across the company in terms of how to set us up for the long term. I think we will continue to evolve different aspects of our program, because part of what I'm trying to do is get us into a framework that can live over a long time. The size of the company is one of those things that gets us to the right size for the longer period of time. When we did Partner Plus, we structured that so that we could continue to move that threshold. We're going to keep looking across our strategy with streamers. We did this with the ads incentive program. We want to get to where we can continue to grow and adapt and change as the market changes. And so there may be other changes, but I will tell you, Prime is an important part for our viewers and our creators. So it's important for us to make sure Prime still exists in some way.
It's hard to overstate how bad Twitch Prime and the free sub it provides going away would be for Twitch. From what I understand, Twitch Prime subs make up a pretty significant portion of the sub revenue for most creators, especially smaller ones. If you don't know what Twitch Prime is, it's basically you link your Amazon Prime with Twitch and you get one free subscription to a streamer a month. So basically the streamer gets their cut, usually $2.50 from what I've heard, and that money is just coming straight from Twitch's pockets. Or maybe Amazon, I don't know. It's basically free money for streamers, so it getting cut will eat into a lot of people's livelihoods. It's generally one of, if not the biggest advantage that Twitch has over their competitors. I can't see Twitch Prime going away not having a significant impact on streamers, which will probably in turn have a massive effect on the company. It could be catastrophic, but I guess it doesn't matter too much how many hits they take as long as Amazon remains willing to fund them. Gee, it sure is good that we aren't in uncertain economic times that could affect even the biggest companies like Amazon. That might put Twitch at risk. But in all seriousness, it sucks that they had to fire a bunch of their staff. It sucks that Twitch Prime might go away. And it sucks that they're not profitable. A lot of tech companies operate in the state of unprofitability, always just taking more and more funding and promising to be profitable in the future. It's hard enough to keep that kind of thing going in a cheaper industry, but it's gotta be really hard when trying to provide high quality video streams over the internet as your main business model. I can't understate how expensive content delivery like that can be. Also, I want to take a second to say that I appreciate Dan's willingness to put statements out and talk about these things. It can't be easy to run an unprofitable business, to have to make hard decisions, and know that they will be unpopular with the community. So still facing the community while doing all of that is cool. I wish more CEOs were open like that, but at the same time, I can understand why usually they try to stay quiet. I mean, even in this video, I've talked about how his ambiguous wording could mean something that's potentially different from what he said. So I don't know if it's the best idea from a business perspective, but it is a decent idea in my opinion, and at least makes Twitch less of a corporate faceless machine and allows people to have a face and someone to turn to with their questions. What do you guys think? How bad do you guys think things are at Twitch? How long do you think Amazon will keep helping out? Do you see Twitch going away in the next few years? I can definitely see the possibility, but who knows? I mean, it's entirely possible that at some point Amazon gets fed up and just sells Twitch to another company, maybe even Kick. Now that would be ironic. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and God bless you.